Alright guys, got a knife sheath I'm working on this time. I already had an existing pattern that would work for this particular knife, so I went ahead and I cut the leather out. But he wants it to be a mahogany color, and to do that, let me get some more papers out here. I'm going to have to use a dye that I've never used, a type of dye that I never used before. I always use Phoebe's professional oil dye, but I couldn't find mahogany in Phoebe's professional oil dye. I found it in their spirit-based dye, which, like I said, I've never used before. Usually I'll use a dauber to do my dye work, but I'm going to try the damp sponge method. I figure if I can cover more area with the damp sponge, then there'll be less chance of streaking. It's a theory. I've tried spirit-based. I tried this spirit-based dye before, and I really didn't like it. But it's the only place I could find the color I want. Got my gloves on. You bet I do. All right, here we go. Yeah. This looks kind of nasty. Take a deep breath. Just hope it comes out okay. So far, it's looking pretty good. The sponge ain't holding up too well, but other than that, I'm going to do all the edges and stuff with the dauber. Now I'm going to leave this to dry, and we'll see how it turns out. Let me give it a little bit more on the end here. Shoot, if it looks good, I might use this technique more. Like I said, it's just wait and see, let it dry, see how it turns out. Alright, let me see if I can do this without getting. I'll just take it off. Okay, I let that dry overnight, and it came out pretty good. That's not bad at all. Now, an interesting thing is, while y'all weren't looking, just gonna go like that. I'm gonna dye the inside. I'm thinking I'll just go ahead and use a dauber, or I might just use a sponge more. But what I was getting to is, while y'all weren't looking, I went ahead and dyed this bit. That's gonna go here. And that's where the Sam Brown stud's going to be attached, because, you know, I don't want to protrude into the inside, it'll scratch a blade. And it came out a lot darker. Even though I use the same technique, it's a different hunk of leather off of a completely different cow. So I think that's pretty interesting. I mean, it shows you that the same dye will have a different effect on different hunks of leather, even different sections of leather off the same cow. Well, anyway, I got some holes to punch and some other work to do. But also, this is that holster I've been working on. He's pretty much dry. I'm going to clean him off and get a layer of dye on him. Then we'll get back to this knife sheath. All right.